Hey everybody, this is Ryan with the Farm2Table Direct Show here at the Oklahoma Homestead Rendezvous, Southeast Expo Center, McAlester, Oklahoma, bringing you back another live with one of our many wonderful sponsors that are here, as well as they're a vendor out here. This is Brian and Ginger with Okie Farm and Feed.
That's right.
Had to make sure I didn't miss a word somewhere in there. When you put Okie in front of something, who knows what's following.
That's right.
Yeah. Anyway, but I'm gonna, welcome you. I'm glad y'all are here. Glad you got on board with sponsoring. We appreciate that. I know, the people that put this on, it's a big deal. We, as sponsors, help make these things happen. Right. So tell us a little bit about Okie Farm and Feed and kind of y'all's story and kind of how you got started.
Sure. We're kind of first generation farmers, and we farm 20 acres, regenerative farming, and been doing it about 5 years now in Fort Gibson, Oklahoma. And we just had a passion to have quality food and meat for our own family. And so that's kind of how we got started. And then other people around us started catching on, and that's caused us to expand because other people want a part of it and kind of want what we have, and just seeing how we're doing things and really want to be a part of it. So.
Okay. All right. So what's your thoughts on it? I heard his.
Well, the chicken part is probably my fault. Oh, okay. Honestly, I'm the one who first wanted chickens, and you start out just wanting eggs a certain color, but then we found that we really enjoyed the chickens, and it was fun for our family, and so then it was kind of like, hey, what else? What more can we do here? So we start out with eggs, and then move on to meat birds, and so here we are.
Well, they say that's the gateway drug of homesteading is the chicken.
True.
Yeah.
It's true.
I had one guy tell me that's like the crack in the homestead world is chickens.
That's right.
You can't get enough of them.
I think we need to put that on our shirt. That's a good slogan.
You can have it. I don't want credit for it.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I see. Now listen, you got what are you bringing? I see. That's a breeder.
Yeah, it's an incubator.
Incubator. Okay.
And we just brought these really just to demonstrate kind of what we do, because we are a specialty breeder. And so we go from the process from collecting the egg to hatching the egg and then growing the chick. And we can go all the way up, through to pullets and even full grown birds. But that's kind of what we do, is sell chicks and pullets. And then on our meat bird side, then we'll either sell you chicks if you want, and then we'll go all the way through the process of processing them and just selling processed meat.
Okay. So is there particular breeds that y'all stay with?
We do. We started out with about a dozen breeds, and more on the hatchery side, and figured out that was just too overwhelming for us. We found out that there's breeds that aren't very popular that we had, and so we kind of revamped and narrowed it down to to 4 certain breeds that we have. 2 of the breeds are proprietary for us that we've kind of helped develop just genetically through the processing of breeding. Okay.
And so I see and feed. Mm-hmm. So how do what do y'all do in that regard?
Again, that's another one of those where our farm, we call Beyond Organic Farm. We're not certified organic, but we are a regenerative farm. We do pastured poultry. And they're fed an organic feed, and so we started purchasing the feed, and friends and family around us caught word of that and said, hey, can we get some of that feed as well? And so we started buying in bulk and buying by pallets and by big totes, and so that just started from there. So now we have basically a feed store and sell feed, and we've picked up a lot of traction here at the show from that, because it is a specialty feed that just not everybody's going to buy it, but if you want it, it's hard to find, and so we're available source for it.
I know I'd had a conversation, I guess it's been a year and a half or so ago, with a farm in Arkansas who does pasture poultry and stuff, and that was one of their things, was that they just did not have an availability of certain types of feed like that, and so sometimes they just had to deal with what they could get. And so it is important. I mean, people want to know what's going into their meat, or into their chicken they're growing, or whatever it is, and so being able to have a location, that they can get it, or know somebody they can get it. So now you said y'all started the farm about 5 years ago, and it's rapidly grown pretty good for you. I mean, to go from getting some chicks because you wanted a certain egg to now having your own breed.
Right, it's a little crazy. We, of course, we want those colored eggs, and
Right.
then so we get these chickens, and then certain ones we enjoyed a
Right.
lot. And so I was like, oh, it'd be really fun to see if we could develop the darker brown, or I really want this certain olive color. So let's see if we can breed that. And that's how it started. And thankfully, he's gone with my crazy chicken ideas from the beginning. He's never told me no when I said, hey, I want to get this chicken, or I want to get more chickens. He'd always say, okay,
Well,
go for it.
I mean,
Order them. And so
there's
here
some homestead wives throughout the community right now that are getting very upset because they don't get that receipt.
Right.
You want more chickens?
Right.
Yes.
Hey, we've seen a lot of them come by here, and the husband's kind of staying back, and the wives are up closer. And but
asking all the questions.
Yeah,
right.
I think we've really gone, more from I don't know, just from the appeal of the having the chickens to more of a functionality to really provide people with a quality product.
Right.
We always invite people to come to the farm, come see. You can see that it's pasture raised, that the feed that we're feeding. We'll show you that. You'll see the quality of it, so you know what you're getting, because that's what people want.
And I think that's been a lot of the get closer to your food kind of movement is understanding where it comes from. And that's something you can only get, locally, where somebody, or you're meeting people. What we buy on the store shelves, we don't have any idea unless you work in that industry. And, so it is important, and especially here. So, being that you're local, and, 5 years, I mean, that's a long period of time, but yet at the same time, y'all move so fast. What have y'all found with events like this that has helped y'all as not only as farmers, but then also with your business?
Sure. Yeah. To me, these are very critical, because you're concentrating like-minded people,
right,
where you can come into your own people. And then too, there's just people that come that are curious.
Right.
They would like to get into it, not sure about it. So that's why we're really big about the education. So it gives us an opportunity to share with a wide audience. So you got anything else?
Yeah. I've just enjoyed speaking with like-minded people, and also it's really neat to network with people who maybe do something different than you do,
right,
but you can see that there are people all around you doing things that you're interested in, and that and you can support each other, even if you're in a completely different thing. We're meat and feed, and somebody over here is doing the herbs and foraging and all of that, which it interests me so much, but I don't have the time to do the research that they've done. So I can access their information, their product, and they can do the same. And that's a really big deal, in a community where you're trying to stick within those natural guidelines and the things that are important to you and your family.
Right.
So
it is important to be able to hold your values while still
Yes.
doing, these things. And you're right. We do get the benefit when we come here of other people's research, other people's knowledge. And that's one of the things I have found with and I would say farming in general, but homestead community, particularly these type of events, is ain't nobody trying to keep a secret.
That's right.
It's a sharing. Everybody wants to share. They want everybody around them to succeed.
Yeah.
And you don't find that in a lot of other communities, a lot of other areas.
Yeah.
Yes,
when you
that's
come out to
true.
that, and funny you mentioned foraging, because we know Stuart and Ashley over
That's
there.
right.
That's their world. And,
Yeah.
Right. And
I'm like,
we're
we just do chickens. Look what they do. They do all this amazing stuff.
Stuart and Ashley both are like these brainiacs.
That's right.
They're insane,
There's
but
some- there's
we
some-
love them. They're good
Yes.
people. So listen, so y'all, I guess I'll ask, 5 years ago, what motivated y'all? What was your motivation to go out and get 20 acres and start getting chicken and start doing this?
Right. I think just self-sufficiency, and again, just knowing where our food comes from, has really driven that for us. We have a son that has autism, and and just anything more natural, we can get away from processed things, that can really affect us, our health wise, the better. So that's really our biggest driving factor, and for our family.
Okay, well, go ahead.
Honestly, our this journey began as he was diagnosed with autism. That's when you start doing a lot of research, and it kind of leads you down this dark hole of information.
Yeah.
But we really began to learn how important doing things going the more natural route is for our bodies, for development of children, all of that. And we've run, ups and downs in
Right.
how deep we've gone into that. But we find ourselves coming back to that place of really trying to focus in
Right.
on a more natural, especially healthcare and food. And so that's where it's really cool to come to places and meet all these people who think that way and
Right.
will help you
Figure
get
it
to
out.
that place.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have, as we've talked to people throughout, doing this stuff. Usually, there's been two overwhelming motivators. Either A, there was a medical situation, whether it was particularly when it was with a child, that motivation
Mhm.
turns to a different level than even for our own health.
Of course,
Right.
yes.
So it's either been that or events that happened 2020 and things like that.
Yes.
That kind of pull people of like, I couldn't go to the store and get this
Mhm.
product.
Yeah.
I don't want that feeling anymore.
Right.
And so the chasing that. Now, you said 5 years ago, so that lets me know y'all got ahead of that curve.
We did, yeah. So it's a good feeling. No, we didn't have to panic,
Right.
because we were sitting in a good place with everything we needed.
Right. Well, that is a big, huge factor.
Yeah.
So I'm going to see it's over there. Where can folks find you?
Okay, so we have a website, okiefarmfeed.com, and then we're all over social media under @Okie Hatchery.
@Okie Hatchery. Okay.
And look us up there, and we can find everything there. Our organic feed store, the links on there on the website, and then just for any of the chicks, those are on the website as well.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, that's great. Well, folks, there it is. You can find them on the social medias. Okie Hatchery. Okie. Remember that Okie Hatchery.
Yes.
And then they can go to Okie Farm Feed. Just
Farm
one
Feed.
Farmfeed.com. Make sure I get that right. But anyway, so that's where you can find them. Hey, it's a chance to support a local, homegrown business, or we're getting literally grown out of almost necessity and a passion for something that you thought you wanted to do and turned into this wonderful adventure.
That's right. Yeah.
But, so listen, that's a good place. If you're looking for organic feeds, if you're looking for chicks and stuff to get started on your journey with chickens and stuff, this is a good family to come check out and come see what they do. And it's helping to support a small business, a small family like so many of these are, that you're supporting that. And so that's a good thing to check out. Brian, Ginger, thank you for the time. Thanks you for
Ryan.
coming out and helping be one of the sponsors with this event.
Look forward to it again.
Yeah, we look forward to seeing y'all at more places and working with y'all more. And folks, this is the stuff that you get when you come out to these places. You get hands-on learning. You get to meet the people behind the scenes that are making these things happen within the homestead community, and you can gain so much knowledge and resources and a way to do things. And that's why we have these events. That's why you need to come out whenever you can. So as we finish off everything, we do this every episode. We do a thing we'll say, prepare for the unexpected and keep it local. So that's what we're going to do right now. So, all right, folks, this is Ryan with the Farm2Table Direct Show at the Oklahoma Homestead Rendezvous, McAlester, Oklahoma. Another interview, another great vendor, and another great sponsor in the books. And we're going to sign off right now with our signature line. As we always say, prepare for the unexpected and keep it local.